What up? What up? What up? No, I'm just kidding. Two words. Two words for you. Kingdom Cast presents the Wrestling Podcast. Two words for you. What up, Brimp?
What up? What up?
You know what it is, bro. It's another day, another
Yeah,
wrestling spectacular. It's going to be a spectacular show.
I think it was a pretty
Um,
good weekend wrestling, if I do say so myself.
yeah, AEW try to ruin it, but it is what it is.
Listen, we could talk about that if you want to,
I,
but
I don't. We don't need to. Um, we're gonna title this one "Let the builds begin."
mhm.
We are building towards WrestleMania. WrestleMania is 2 weeks away.
Yes. Well, maybe two and some change, but two.
Two and some
It's like,
change.
it's like 15, 14, 13 days. We around there. We around there.
Yeah. So two big weekends coming up, man. The draft and WrestleMania. This is big for Kingdom Cast as a brand, as a channel, but it's also big for us as a show. Kingdom Cast, Tell the Truth, everybody that's under the umbrella.
Yeah.
It's big weeks, so we gotta be on our P's and Q's this week. Let's start with
Hey.
last week's Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of building, Jay Uso and
Yeah.
Gunther, the
It's
ring general.
General. The
Okay,
ring
so
general.
admittedly, we both admitted that was a slow burn. It was a slow
Yeah.
build.
They were doing
They
like the
already got
typical baby face heel stuff. Yeah.
it. Already it got replaced on the main event, and then I guess Triple H and all his wisdom decide, okay, let's turn this thing up
Yeah.
in a major way. Now they teased it last week because Jimmy he was talking and then he hauled off and smacks Gunther in the
Oh, you're
face.
underselling it. You're underselling it. He smacked the piss out of Gunther. He smacked the bejesus out of Gunther.
I thought Cody. It was one level under what what Travis Scott did to
Yeah,
Cody Rhodes.
yeah,
It was a little bit under that, but it was a man-sized slap to the face,
yeah.
and Gunther took it like a G. And I said, I think I text you. I said Gunther is going to kick Jimmy's ass next week.
Yeah. And he took that up a notch too. That was underselling it as well.
Okay, the match was cool. The match was a
Yeah.
little back and forth. Jimmy did get a little bit of offense in.
Hmm.
Gunther wins. He kind of locks in the chokehold for a little bit longer than he should have. Doesn't want to break it.
He
And
picks
Jay
him up
comes
too.
out and
Don't
makes
forget that. He does a couple of these, picking him up so he doesn't gotta
yeah,
pin
yeah,
him.
yeah. Well, yeah, typical heel behavior. You know what I'm saying? So it was good. Good match. The aftermath of the match is what the meat of the issue that we're getting at.
Yeah.
Um, Jay comes out somehow. Well, I don't know where he got a rip tie from. Where did Gunther even get that from?
The zip ties, so the
The zip
officials
tie?
had the zip ties to stop Gunther, you know. They were supposed to use them on Gunther, so they had the zip ties, and Gunther grabs
Oh,
it from one of the officials he beats up.
okay, that's weird. Okay, well, he was gonna power bomb Jimmy on the stairs. Was
Hmm.
that Jay or Jimmy?
I think that was Jimmy that he was going to powerbomb on the stairs, but instead he just grabs the zip ties
And
and
the referee. And
yeah,
I feel
he
sorry for the random officials.
you
I
know what? You
think
get TV time. You get TV time.
you're right. And then when you do something in the business, they look back and say, "Remember this guy that got power bombed by Gunther? Now he's
That's this guy now. Yeah,
intercontinental champion." Yeah,
yeah.
CM Punk is riding on a hot, old school
You know,
car with a fake
John Cena.
AK-47, and
Yeah,
yeah, so
the rest is history. Yeah,
promptly he gets power bomb on the stairs. The referee gets pushed. Jay, it took a little while for Jay to get in that zip tie, but it was worth it. So he
yeah.
proceeds to, yeah, he beat the brakes off Jimmy Uso. Shout out to Jimmy Uso, man, because you needed somebody to sell this well. sell it very well. Because, like you said, like we said, this feud was kind of dead in the water.
Mhm.
Not dead, but it was
Not
compared
that
to
it was just
everything else. It was just normal. It was just typical. It
yeah, it
wasn't.
was paint by the numbers. Like Gunther was
Yeah,
being
it
a
was just.
heel. He was
I hate
attacking
to.
Jay after matches.
It was boring. I
Yeah,
hate to.
yeah.
It's fair. It was boring. Um, and we're gonna talk about another build on SmackDown that went awry. I don't know what happened over there. that one, that one might need some intervention. But
Oof.
shout out to Jimmy for taking his ass whooping. He
Mhm.
sold it well. He needed to sell it well. Jay needed to sell it well. Gunther needed to sell it well. They all did their jobs to the utmost. Because if you don't feel for Jimmy, then Jay's emotion doesn't make sense. And if Gunther doesn't lay it in and beat his ass, then none of it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
everybody had to be on the same accord with this, and they clearly were. It was a great build to the WrestleMania match. And tonight, and as we preview tonight, we got two more Raws, maybe.
Yeah. 2. 3 max, but we're probably at 2.
How would you do it tonight? Would you let Jimmy get the revenge? Because if Jimmy
No, I
goes
think you
over,
got it. I think Jimmy has
I
to.
mean Jay. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Would you
um,
let Jay get the revenge tonight?
hmm. I
I
think
would
he has
do.
to. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is what I would do. I would do. Jimmy pulls up in the car, fresh out of Reckless. I would might have the general manager, who's a. It's not Aldis, it's the other guy. What's the other guy's name?
Pierce, Adam Pierce.
Pierce. I would have him stop Jay in the backstage. Like, no, Jay. Mm-mm. I would even have Jay have like a weapon or something, a pipe or
Ready to go.
something. Jay, no, you got the night off, but nope, you're not gonna do it. I'm not gonna let you do it. You're not gonna ruin this WrestleMania match. We're too close. So I would start it off like that, but I would have Jay just linger around at every turn.
Yeah.
Just he's and then it's just like, Jay, you have to leave. Like middle of the show, I'll be like, Jay, you gotta leave the building because I can't. I can't with you
Hmm.
tonight. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I would tease it like that. And maybe at the end he gets his hands on Gunther, but I would delay that maybe a week. If we got two more Raws, I would delay it a week.
Hmm.
But then the problem is, and this is my belief, whoever gets their ass kicked the show before the main event
Has
or
to win.
before the big, that's the loser.
That's
Or
typically
no,
how it
whoever gets
goes.
their ass kicked before the main event, that's gonna be the winner. So
Yeah.
you might have to, if we got two shows left, he might have to get it in this show, and then Gunther gets a little payback on the next show or something like that on the go
Maybe.
home show.
Maybe.
How would you do it?
So I think. Well, first and foremost, I think so. Your idea of delaying the beatdown a week, I think you might have to do that just because Gunther has to be suspended. He put his hands on an official. He took zip ties. He's been out of control. You got to suspend him a week. I think, especially after he attacked the officials. Um, I think so. What do you do with Jay? I like the idea of Jay seeing red and attacking. Maybe you have him attack some people in the back. Maybe he's just too loose cannon. Maybe he
Last
sees
time Jimmy
Ludwig.
got his ass beat, Solo took an ass whooping. Like, so
Maybe you wait
who's
for
who's
Ludwig
running with
Kaiser.
Gunther right now? Yeah, Kaiser is the closest person, but Kaiser
Ludwig.
been taking a lot of ass whoopings lately.
Well, maybe he takes another one. And then you got Austin Theory and Waller. They're perfect candidates to get a butt whooping.
That is a good. That
Just get
is a.
attacked in the back. Shoot, that's 3 people right there. Just have throughout the night, sprinkling in throughout the night. Each one of them shows up in the back, and Jey Uso just comes out of nowhere, since he can't find Gunther because he's suspended or whatever the case, he starts
Mhm.
beating people up.
Somebody got to get this ass whooping. Somebody
Yeah,
has to.
I think
So
so. And then maybe for
yeah,
the
I
go
would
home
do that.
show,
I would damn near do it via satellite next week. I wouldn't even let them physically see each other
see,
till
yeah,
WrestleMania.
yeah, that
That
might
that
be
yeah, that's
what
a
has to
great idea.
happen.
WWE,
I,
we're here if you ever need any help.
true. Have they done a contract signing yet between Jay and Gunther?
No,
I think they
no.
might have to do that. Maybe they do that for the go home show, something like that. Just because
Well,
usually,
somebody going through that table if they do that.
yeah,
Um, Another thing that I salute Jimmy for, he effectively took himself out of WrestleMania because he got time enough to heal.
if he
He took
well
a
he
major.
could. Yeah, listen, he did take a big whoop, so it could go either way, right? It
Yeah.
wasn't he broke an arm. It wasn't like he was selling a broken shoulder. It wasn't like he was selling a broken knee. He was selling
Mhm.
a head injury, which
Right,
could
right.
go either way, right? You could say, "Oh, it was so bad that he's out for a while," or you could say, "Oh, it was just a head injury. He can come back." You know what I'm
Good
saying?
blading by Jimmy too, because that was a lot of blood,
Yeah.
buddy.
Well, I do have something to say about that. Okay,
Go
with the
ahead.
blade. So to get this out the way, the blood is I think what sent it over the top. I think him beating up Jimmy was a lot, but I think the blood is what took it up, like put the dramatics up to another level. So
It had to be bloody. It had to be. Yeah, it had to be. It's
yeah,
not like.
the color was a good idea. Okay, I just don't know if I agree with the logic of how the color happened because maybe I remember seeing it wrong. But Gunther hits Jimmy in the head with the belt, and that's what busts him open in kayfabe, right?
Mhm.
I don't know if that sells to me. I think maybe you should have had Gunther just slam Jimmy's head on the steel steps. Maybe that would have done it. Hit him with the steel steps. That I'd buy that. But just a title
Yeah.
shot to the head, like we've seen guys take that a million times over. How often does it lead to color? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
No, I got
I,
you.
but I mean
But it
that's
was needed.
nitpicking, right?
Okay, so maybe the setup was bad, but it was needed though.
Yeah, 100.
It had
percent
to be. It had to be ugly. You had to be like. Well, they've been playing the underdog role with Jay, and he's slipping, and he's losing confidence, and
Yeah,
now you get him in a very emotional moment. This is where Jay Uso gets over.
yeah,
It's not the wrestling. I know people say he can't wrestle and all it. It's not that. That don't even matter. It's the emotion. It's the facial expressions. It's the the talking. Him and Roman,
yeah,
when they were just talking and you could hear everything, that would put Jimmy over, like or Jay over. I keep saying Jay and Jimmy, but Jimmy
yeah,
too, because Jimmy
yeah,
can talk too. So it's not about completely about the wrestling thing, but now they're setting it up. Jay Uso still could lose, and Big G kind of talked us into that. He kind of talked me into it a little bit,
yeah.
but I think this sets the stage for Jay
Winning.
overcoming and being the underdog. Now, are you mad that this is sort of the same setup that Sami Zayn had last year with Gunther?
I don't think so, because like, who's the Jimmy equivalent to Sammy that got beat up? It's not really there. Like Sammy's setup was way more underdog. Like it was way more layered with the underdog character because you had Chad Gable trying to train him. He even said, "This version of you can't beat Gunther, but I could train you to beat Gunther." And he
Mm-hmm.
had that whole training montage. It was basically Rocky. Sammy was Rocky.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't see Jay as Rocky here. Jay is more like now he there's that level of underdog that they were leaning on heavily in the beginning, but now it's more of a revenge story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a Van Damme. It's like a blood sport type.
Yeah, like
You
this
beat my
isn't
homeboy. Was that blood sport or kickboxer? He beat the American's ass, and then John Claude Van Damme was like, "I got to get the headband."
yeah,
I'm a very big Van Damme fan. Okay, anyway,
clearly.
so
But yeah, to answer your question, I don't like the similarities are there, But I think this build is different than the Sammy build.
Yeah, and like we said, it was a slow, but yeah, that was blood sport. It
Okay.
was slow, but it was there, and I liked it. So, um, what else did we get that day? We got a little build with Penta and Judgment Day and Braun
Yeah.
Breaker.
Yeah.
They had a tag match. Of course, there were some shenanigans.
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio's involved and all that stuff.
Braun hits Penta. They get into an
Yeah.
argument.
hmm
You know.
I am disturbed a little bit about how Finn Balor is being booked or used, or what are they doing with Finn Balor? Get him
Well,
away from Judgment Day. I think that's over. I think he's ran his course. Or just remove him from get him kicked out of Judgment Day so he can do something else.
I think that's coming, but I just like the problem is I don't know what to do with Finn Balor after
That's
that.
the other problem. It's like,
Like
okay, now if I
he's
put him out, what do I do with him?
he's like, is he a baby face after that? I don't know. Is he a heel after that? I don't know. I mean, listen, Finn Balor is one of the greatest ever. There was a time where he was like one of the most over guys in the company. So if you ask me, could out of the blue, would you bet against Finn Balor becoming relevant later down the line, even if he gets kicked out of Judgment Day? I wouldn't bet against it just because he's that good. But
Yeah.
just for the life of me, I can't think of anything for him to do. Like
Is he
even
too small?
no, I don't think he's too small. He works the ring well. It's just
His
I don't
physique is
know.
there. The boy got a 12 pack. It
Yeah,
ain't that. It ain't the look.
I think it might have been. This is a deep conversation to get into, but I think part of it might have been the demon character that he had. Because
hmm
while he could wrestle and he wrestled very well and he was over with the crowd and his entrance was super captivating and everything like that, it's just
Everybody
a
loves
lot.
the demon.
Everybody loved the demon, and people were just waiting on and during the pay-per-views for the demon to come out. That's it. People
Right.
were all right. Is Finn bringing out the demon? Is he bringing out the demon? Is he bringing out the demon? It's just like it was just this giant shadow that kept creeping over him that I felt like not ruined his character, but it just like it's like the most interesting part of Finn Balor only shows up once in a blue moon, and that kind of hurts you, in my opinion.
Yeah. I like Finn, man. He puts on good matches.
Yeah.
They going back to the is that the last is Roman Reigns the last time we seen the demon?
No, we saw it against Edge in Hell in a Cell,
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
WrestleMania. Was it 39 or 38?
It had
It
to
was
be
39 or
39,
38.
38. Yeah. And that was good too. The demon, and you right though. Cause you do kind of be looking forward like when the demon come. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he in demon mode? Okay, he ready to kick some ass.
Yeah,
But yeah, so it was like a crutch, and now he's trying to. It feels like he's trying to get away from using that crutch,
yeah,
but it was
which
a
is
big crutch,
good.
right? Yeah, but it was a big crutch, bro, and we kind of like the demon more than we
Yeah,
like regular Finn Balor.
yeah. Is that a problem? I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
just,
Him and
I don't
Braun could
know.
put on some good. I think him and Braun could put on some good matches.
Yeah.
But and then what do you do with JD McDonough after that? Are they a
Well,
tag
he could.
team now?
Yeah, that's a good question because he has loyalty to Finn, right? So would he stay
Right.
with the Judgment Day? Would he leave? I don't know.
And he's gonna
And
come back as a babyface because of what happened to put him out.
we'll see. I think he's one
He
of
gonna
those
get some
guys.
cheers when he come back, bro.
He'll get a welcome back chant. I could see
Yeah,
that, but JD, listen,
he got a big head.
I don't want to get into personal attacks, okay?
No,
But the man's got a very
no, there ain't no attack. That's facts. He got a.
he has a
I
heel
like
look. I'll
JD.
say that he is heelish in the look, so
Yeah, yeah.
he will have
And
no
he
problem.
can sell. He can sell. He sells
Yeah,
greatly.
yeah.
So just oh my God. I don't know what to do about JD McDonough. But I seen that and then I was just like, man, what are they doing with Finn? Like, what are we doing?
You
And
know,
it kind of,
he's Unk right now. He's a vet. He's putting over talent. He's a main event guy if you need him. He's a credible threat to a championship if you want him to be. He's just, but if you're one of those guys, that just means you hang around for a little bit. And that's what Finn is doing at the moment. He's hanging around. He's in that AJ style, a little bit higher profile than the Miz is, but he's in those guys, era right now.
yeah, I agree. I agree with you. What else happened on Raw? No, I was calling Jaden. What else happened on Raw?
John Cena and Cody Rhodes finally exchanged words.
And
They had to,
physical, and it got physical today. So,
yeah,
okay, who cooked who? Let's
dog.
start there.
That was listen. Okay, I'm gonna take you through my thought process through
Let's
the whole
go,
back and
Cena
forth.
fan.
Okay,
Let's go.
yeah. So first of all, Cody comes out. He makes fun of him. He does the thing right. He's this time. This time felt different. Cody comes out a lot earlier. He does his thing a lot earlier. So you felt this time that that John Cena wasn't gonna run away. That he was actually gonna get on the mic.
It was some
When Cena
urgency
gets
there.
yeah. When Cena gets on the mic, he cooks this man. I mean, cooks him. I thought it was another like Roman Reigns gets cooked by Cena. You gotta learn to cut a promo, kid, at some point. Like I
Hmm.
thought that was coming. It was like the foundation was there. Like, man, how does Cody respond to this? Because if he doesn't respond well to this, he just got cooked there.
Yeah.
So I was like, Cena's winning this 100%. And then Cody comes out and he starts throwing some jabs. He starts mentioning that people don't like to talk about it, but you were Vince's guy. If you don't remember that, like you were Vince's guy, not me. You're talking about being real. I was out there on the indies building myself up. Meanwhile, you're doing favors for Vincent Kennedy McMahon. So he
Hmm.
does his, and Cody battles back very well. So I'm like, oh, okay, fantastic. Cody did it, fantastic. I think he won this promo battle. But then Cena comes out and he's like, blah blah blah, whatever you talking about. I build empires for billionaires. So he starts pulling that card now. And so it was back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Who cooked who? I think they both got their promos in. I think they both got their shots in perfectly, I feel like. I don't know if you probably haven't watched it, or maybe you have, but the promo battle between MJF and CM Punk was one of the best ever. Ever.
Yeah.
Bar
Yeah.
none.
You're just what do you say about Miz? You're a less
Yeah, you're just
famous
a
Miz,
less
a
famous
counterfeit
Miz.
Miz, or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Their
remember
promo
that
battle
one.
was fantastic, and Cody versus Cena gave me those vibes. Like two guys that can do it on the stick, and they just went all out against each other.
I had Cena winning it until he got the crossroads, and then I think that just evened it up. So nobody
Mm.
actually, I think that leveled the playing field back to where it was.
Cody got
So
put over 100%. Cody got put over.
yeah, yeah. I did not like the suit though. I wasn't feeling the suit that Cody had
The
on.
Cody suit, well,
Yeah, I did.
it kind of feeds into what John Cena's saying about him being too perfect and not being real
Hmm.
and not being genuine. So it kind of feeds into that. So I understand it from that standpoint. And it also gives great contrast because you got these two guys, like, and maybe there's some irony there too. Like you've got one guy over here, he's in jorts, t-shirt, cap, tennis shoes. Other guy dressed to the nines, pocket watch, got his daddy's Rolex on, blonde hair.
Right, right. Yeah.
So you got there's a nice little contrast there that makes for like optically like a an interesting picture to look at, and then you've got the irony that if you had to guess which one's the heel here, you would probably guess the guy in the suit, but really it's the guy in the jorts and everything. So I don't know. I like it. I understand what you're saying, but I like it.
Is this when we talking about all the bills right now? Is this one almost at a peak? Do they need action from this one tonight?
I don't know if it has to get physical again tonight. Maybe we need to see Cena get the upper hand on Cody one more time. I think before WrestleMania, we need to see Cena get the upper hand on Cody.
It's his turn. It's his
Well,
turn.
not only that, but if you like, okay, so I think it's been like 2, 3, 4 weeks since Cena attacked Cody. Like, if
Mhm.
we go this whole build with only Cody getting the upper hand, that kind of that's tipping your cap. I feel like that Cena's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
walk away from WrestleMania the winner. So I think we need to see Cena get a win one of these weeks. One of these 2 weeks, Cena's gonna get the upper hand on Cody.
Okay. I ain't mad about it. I think this is a good build. It's hot.
Yeah, it
And
might be the
I don't
best
want
build.
to.
It might be,
Yeah.
or second best. But
No. Because that three way that
that you hate. By the way, I will not let our audience forget. You hate that this is a triple threat. I will not let them forget.
hate it. Hate three ways. Not three sums, but three ways. Um, speaking of that build, another three way. Rhea, Bianca, EO.
Yeah.
This is okay. So here's the only problem with this one. They don't have a legitimate reason for why Rhea is in the match yet. Because
Well,
she's lost twice. She's
lost?
lost.
No, she didn't lose. There
She
was
lost
no
once and then she was disqualified.
both double
They were both disqualified.
disqualification.
So yeah. Are you giving her another rematch tonight? What are
I,
we doing?
I think this is the night that they decide it's a triple threat match. This is the night they make it official. It's a triple threat match. We're doing it at WrestleMania, and
She already
then
signed the
maybe.
contract.
Well, then that's how he justifies it. He's like, the
Like,
contract's already signed. It's a
yeah,
triple threat match
she's
now.
already in it. They just haven't made it an official triple threat match.
Yeah.
Speaking of another build, they're doing good though. Bianca and
Yeah.
Bianca is doing good, and EO and Rhea. That's a good. I'm looking forward to the match, even though I don't like three ways.
Yeah. I'm interested to see if EO becomes one of the big three now. Like, we've got Rhea, who's obviously like super dominant. We got Bianca, who's like super dominant. I wonder if they turn EO into one of those super dominant women's wrestlers. But yeah.
Yeah. A match that's not getting a lot of build. It did get a little bit of a push. Styles versus Logan Paul. I think this might be the sleeper match of the night. It might be. It don't have the fanfare that all the other ones have, but if they give it enough time, which you should have enough time, give them 17 minutes or something like that. I think AJ Styles can help Logan Paul put on a great match, a WrestleMania worthy match. And I don't know where you go after that, or they still in it together. A lot of people were mad about because they want AJ Styles to be back in the. They feel like this is AJ Styles last year, right? Is that the?
I think that's a
So
good feeling that people have.
I could see putting if Jay goes over or Gunther wins, I could see throwing him into that world title match. It wouldn't be a leap. Maybe he needs to go with Braun Breaker or something. Would that be?
I
What would you
think
do with AJ Styles after this Logan Paul match? I'm clearly rooting for AJ Styles. I think AJ Styles needs to win this match to set it off, but he could take a loss to Logan Paul. He's got enough
yeah.
cachet.
So I think like it would take a lot for somebody to convince me that Logan is losing this match. He's clearly like he was in the Raw for Netflix promos. He was in the first Raw on Netflix. He even said
Yep.
he's coming for like the world championship. Like they clearly believe in this guy. They clearly see him as like a future world champion. And if he's going to be that, he can't lose too many more WrestleManias. So I feel like he gets over on AJ, and then assuming Jay wins, that's probably your first, your first matchup is Logan versus Jay for the world title.
That would be interesting. What
It
do
would
you do
be
with
very
AJ
interesting.
Styles then? You don't want AJ Styles to go out as a jobber.
Well, he's not jobbing. He's having a great match with Logan Paul. Like you said, give
Yeah.
him 17 minutes, make AJ look good, make Logan look better. AJ is like a Mr. WrestleMania at this point. Like Shawn Michaels lost to Kurt Angle at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying?
And no, he beat Jericho. He did beat Jericho. But
But
Jericho got the last laugh.
Shawn Michaels has lost his fair share of WrestleMania matches.
Oh,
but it's not about
yeah.
losing or winning. It's about how you look. And AJ Styles is going to look great.
Yeah, he's going to look great.
So, I mean, and listen, AJ Styles could lose to Logan Paul like 5 times in a row. He's still going to be a credible world champion just because of his ability, just because of his history. Like, and that's the benefit of having veteran guys like that can do great work in the ring, can do pretty good on the stick, that has world championships on their belt. They're almost always credible, no matter what.
Right.
So,
do we have any more bills on Raw?
Let me think. The tag team titles, the War Raiders are going up against
the New Day.
Is it the New Day? Yeah. So
yeah, they kind of
might put the
they kind of threw that one. That's feels like a last minute type of thing. I'm not mad about it though, but I think that should be a quick one. Unless Big E is cleared. If Big E is cleared, you can turn it into something.
I can't even get myself to hope that Big E's cleared. I just can't do it.
Yeah, because it'll be a tremendous letdown. But
it will.
No, Caleb, tonight is not the go home show. I think we got 2 more.
Yeah,
Raw.
I think we got 2 more.
Let's go to SmackDown and let's get the elephant. Let's go to the elephant in the room. Charlotte
the awkward
Flair
elephant in the room
and Tiffany Stratton. Okay, last time they were sitting in the interview, Charlotte was kind of tough on the girl. She kind of
cooked her. She kind of cooked her.
No, it wasn't no kind of. She cooked the hell out of Tiffany. She made Tiffany look like a rookie.
Yeah.
She made Tiffany look like she needs some more seasoning.
Yeah.
She made Tiffany look like she's not ready for the major leagues.
Yeah.
So my theory is it was set off. This one was set off for Tiffany to come back and make her look bad. But what happened is, and Caleb asked the question, who went off script first?
My bet, you want to know what my bet is?
It's Tiffany.
No, I bet Charlotte went off script first.
When though?
I bet that, so maybe you didn't notice, but I noticed this, or maybe I'm tripping from noticing this, but while the crowd was booing her, like she couldn't get her words out, like she was kind of frustrated by that. I don't know if you noticed, but she kept saying,
had never been through that before, clearly.
Like, she's been a heel before, but I don't know if she just gets booed to where she can't talk. And I think she was getting frustrated that she couldn't get her promos out. And I think that made her go off script.
That makes sense.
But but here's the problem, okay? In order to get like a proper analysis on this, I'd probably have to watch it again. And I can't sit through that again. That was painful.
It was not good.
It makes me so cringe.
This is the worst of the bills. It's the worst match right now. It looked like opening night. It really does look like that. I don't know what they're doing right now.
The chemistry is just not there with these. Yeah.
They don't have no chemistry together. And is Kaiser really in the DMs?
That's a great question.
No,
and that the fact that listen, if Charlotte came up with that on the fly, props to her. But
and Tiffany kind of squashed it because she had jumped out the ring. She was walking away, and it's like, well, why is Kaiser in my DMs? It was like, whoa, no, come back and answer this. What's going on,
bruh? But when Tiffany brought up the divorce that she's 0-3, that was so crazy. What? And you're gonna be all alone. What?
How much do you think was agreed upon? Was this all totally off script? Was it?
I think
it's not good though. It's not good.
It's not like
I think they're gonna do a good match though, but this build is not.
I think this could have been salvaged if the promo, if the proceedings didn't look so awkward. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could take these personal shots at each other, but let the promo end at least smoothly so people can like at least question themselves. Like, was this off script? Was she supposed to say that? Like, what? Like, somebody's got to be a professional here, and just everybody wanted to get their licks in. It looked like.
Caleb, you asking the wrong. All I know is Andrade, and then I don't know who the other two guys.
There was one guy before Andrade, or two others before Andrade, but
Oh, God.
yeah,
Poor Charlotte.
it.
I'm mad about. I think. Are they going to be able to save it enough to do it? Are they going to be able to save it on script?
Okay, and this is the craziest part in my mind. Maybe I'm sick.
Charlotte's a professional. Okay? She's a pro.
She is. In my mind, if these two go out in WrestleMania and just put on a banger, everything is fine in my mind. Everything is erased. This was one of the best WrestleMania matches ever. You telling me these two went after each other? One of them talked about the divorce that they just went through. The other one talked about their boyfriends and their DMs. Then they go to WrestleMania and put on a 5-star match? Bruh, it would be legendary.
We do have a guest.
Uh-oh.
Is he not camera ready? I just put him on the camera. But Christoph from Chris and Maul's show. He has the Arrowhead Chief podcast. He's not ready. Anyway.
Okay.
We do it. He'll be coming in shortly. But
yeah.
I still think that Charlotte's a professional enough that they can put on a great match.
Yeah. And Tiffany's fantastic in the ring.
Tiffany look good. But this build has been it's not good at all. On the flip side, Naomi and Jade is a good build.
Complete opposite of what we just talked about.
It's clicking on every level. And they're starting to bring people into it. And they tease Jade versus Charlotte, which is really that's the one that's gonna be on SmackDown. But I wanted Jade. I thought she was just gonna squash Naomi and move to something else. I can see Naomi kind of winning this thing now. It might be some trickery. But
talk me through it. Talk me through it.
Pause.
Hey, bro, come on. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm childish. Just.
You said, by the way, you said 3-way and I didn't say nothing. Okay, you said 3-way like 3 times and I never said anything.
I said I like threesomes, not 3-ways. Anyway, Naomi. I think Naomi might need the win more than Jade needs to win. But Jade needs a win too.
Jade is the future, is your future. And if you're going to build her into this juggernaut that she looks like she is, I think she's got to win at WrestleMania.
She got to win.
I think so.
Okay, so it's not going to be a squash match anymore, which was what I originally was thinking. Just to, because actually I thought Naomi was like a stopgap of, I pulled the trigger, but this is the person that told me to pull the trigger. I thought it was going to be like that. But
yeah,
speaking of that, what's up, Chris? My boy Chris Style from Chris and Maul podcast, Arrowhead Chief podcast. The boy got more. Only person got more podcasts than Chris is me.
and Wild Card Maul, he got about 20 of them.
Yeah. Too many.
So, Chris, we're talking about the building of all these matches going to WrestleMania. We're almost at the go home show. I think we got 2 Raws, maybe three Raws and 2 SmackDowns left. So
maybe
currently we're talking about Naomi and Jade.
You got 2 Raws. This one in next week.
I think this is a better build. We just talked about Charlotte and Tiffany, which is what thoughts do you have on Charlotte and Tiffany?
It's getting a little messy.
Charlotte and Tiffany is bad.
A little.
It's messy.
She said the girl was 0 for 3.
Yeah, it's messy over there.
We bringing up divorces.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What
And
are
I
we
heard
doing
this
right
report
now?
and then you're hearing report. I don't know how true it is, but you're hearing reports that it's been messy. Like these two have been at it like, the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know.
The first one looked awkward. The first the sit down interview looked awkward. And
Yeah, because Charlotte ate her up.
Yeah.
Tiffany looked like she
Killed
wasn't.
her.
Tiffany looked like she wasn't ready for all that. Like you in there with one of the best, if not the best. Like
So that's interesting. So now it makes me think like maybe the sit down interview was Tiffany getting caught off guard by Charlotte, like going off script or something. And then this week was her being like, okay, I'm ready this time. I'm ready now.
but let's be honest, the crowd helped Tiffany.
The crowd did help Tiffany a lot.
Booed Charlotte out the building.
Booed Kofi Kingston Charlotte out the building, bro. I didn't expect that one. That was a little crazy that they booed her like that.
A lot of people got a lot of reservation for Charlotte, because they always fast track her to the title. I think they always book Charlotte wrong. Like, I don't know what it is. First of all, you try to bring her back as a face. She's not a face, man. She's always been a heel. She's
a flare. She's a flare. She's gonna be a heel.
She's a heel. And with the Royal Rumble, she shouldn't have been like, what was she, like number 20 something? If you was gonna book her, you should have booked her like number 2, 3. Let her last. Then people would have respected her winning. Like,
if you wanted to be a baby face,
Like you was gonna do it that way, like. They just booked her all wrong. And then, they always fast track her for the title. And it's just like, again, like she can't have a feud without the belt. Like, what we doing?
She is that damn good, though.
No, she is. That's not my argument. I ain't got no problem with her because every time I see her in the ring, I'm just like, oh, she is that good. Like, I get it.
Go.
It's like, man.
I get it. But
man, did we underestimate how much the fans love Tiffany?
No, I think she's still super over. Like people still do the Tiffy time thing. Or you're saying underestimate it? Nah, I think
underestimate how over Tiffany really is.
Tiffany
was like Jey Uso last week.
It was a combination of both. Like it's the fact that Charlotte is not over at all. And it's the fact that Tiffany is pretty way over, and those two things just combine together.
Honest, I think Tiffany's a better heel than she is a face.
Yeah, I agree with that. Her NXT one was fantastic. Yeah. Like she does a really good like mean girl heel cheerleader kind of thing. I mean, you can see it when she cut the promo on Charlotte. Like, what you're talking about? This woman's she freshly divorced, and you're talking about she's 0-3. Like, I know you were a bully in high school. I know you were.
Okay, so can we save this by immediately ending this and just letting Tiffany go back to being a heel?
I don't know.
Nah.
She's too over.
She's
now.
Way too over. It's too late.
She's
too
not
late.
a good baby though, bro.
She's not. She's not.
She's not a good baby.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm one of the ones that think Charlotte's will win.
Who you got winning? Who you got winning?
I think Charlotte's will win. Personally, that's just me.
They might. Hey, it might be some Tiffany wins or we riot signs up in the building.
Hey, that's how you make heat, baby. Woo.
Yeah.
I've been putting this match off so much in my mind, trying to figure out who's gonna win. But every time I just think to myself, Charlotte's probably gonna win this match, man.
Next Friday will tell us everything. Next Friday.
I think so.
Okay. Little bit of bad news. Kevin Owens, legit injury. Neck injury.
Wait, were there reports out? Did you see reports out to see if that was legit? Because I couldn't really find nothing.
Some dude leaked it out earlier that day. He was like some wrestling. He was like, what's the dude that do football? Ronnie or Ricky or whatever. He's kind of like that dude where he's leaked stuff out before. So he had leaked it like earlier that morning. That somebody's hurt. Somebody's going to be pulled from WrestleMania. And then it started to come out that it was KO and all that stuff. Okay. I think it's a legitimate injury, though.
I think so, too.
I don't know.
And I can see why. Because if it was from the Cody match, that ladder spot probably didn't help. And that fisherman suplex off the top rope probably didn't help.
I mean, am I crazy for thinking this is a work? I mean, that Kevin Owens is just trying to, like in kayfabe, just trying to get out of the match with Randy, not trying to get his head kicked in. Am I crazy for that?
They got me. If this is a work,
yeah, they got me too.
They got me.
Like, who's Randy's opponent? Because I think
Randy ain't got no opponent right now.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, who would it even be?
People are saying Aleister Black, and
you don't want to bring him back to lose.
Yeah, you don't want to bring him back to Randy. Randy gonna kill him. Bro, if this is a work,
I think this might be a work. It might be. Now, the thing that pulled me back from that makes me think this is not a work is that he was clearly like super emotional leaving the ring because the guy just said something. Some fan said something crazy to him, and he nearly bit his head off. Like,
yeah. And they kept it on camera a little bit.
Yeah, they had to cut away and put Randy on camera. And then Randy's making faces like, oh my God, I can't believe he's doing this. Like, so that makes me think, like, if he was that emotional leaving the ring, this probably is legit. But some part of me is like,
wrestle Nick Aldis. He gave Mark.
True. Man, hey, you know, Magnus can wrestle. Okay, Magnus can wrestle.
Let him read Nick Aldis.
Oh my God, bro. You've opened up my eyes. If this is a work,
it might be. Like,
everybody has to be like, okay, they got me on this one. It's been a while since y'all got me, but y'all got me on this one. But
it kind of makes sense in kayfabe to me. Like, he's like, oh, I don't want to get my head kicked off. He never really wanted to fight Randy anyway.
So what do you have him do? Does he come out on WrestleMania? Does he?
I think he comes out like maybe the Friday before WrestleMania. He comes out, attacks Randy. Surprise! It's me. We still getting it. We still going.
It's sort of like the retirement angle with Mark Henry, but not. Yeah, that's crazy. That would be crazy. Triple H that's automatically Booker of the Year.
Here's what will make me 100% believe that it's a work. Or if it's a work. If we get to next Friday and 3 hours go by and we don't get any hints about who Randy's opponent is at WrestleMania, I'm gonna think it's a work. Like, if it'd be one, like,
who would make sense though? Nobody makes sense for Randy right now.
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe Rusev. I don't know. Maybe Aleister Black.
But you don't want to bring him back and have him lose already.
Yeah.
So here's the tiny logic I can see. There's a part of me that feels like KO might have beaten Randy at WrestleMania. I think that's a chance. If they see KO as this rising heel, he just got over on Sammy, by the way, when he won, and he had some pretty good matches with Cody. So if you were going to build him as a legitimate heel, he might have to get put over Randy. But let's just say that were the case, that the original plan was for KO to go over Randy. Triple H might say to Randy, hey, listen, you were going to put KO over anyway. Why not just put over this guy instead? Do me a favor. You were going to put somebody over anyway. Put over this guy. You know what I'm saying? So maybe whoever they put up against Randy doesn't lose.
Aleister Black or Malachi Black or
Rusev. Like, he's been signed.
Would it make sense for Randy to lose if you just kind of tease that he wants to come after Cody?
Yeah.
You did just kind of tease that.
Yeah, you did. That's true.
Bro, you got me tripping with this might be a work, bro. I didn't even think about that, but
it might be a work.
That makes so much sense that it would be a work. That would be.
It was in the back of my head when he cut the promo, but it was just like, I don't know, it looked kind of real.
Like, it does. Like,
it looked real. And they look at the ring too, and it was like, I want to say something, but man, I ain't gonna do you like that.
With the interaction with Randy, like, go handle your business.
Yeah,
this is kind of
like, okay, riddle me this, okay, and maybe I'll shut up after this. Riddle me this: when's the last time you seen a non-champion announce they have an injury? When's the last time you seen that? And they had to leave?
No,
it's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute. Now, you could make the argument.
Roman, Edge, who else did that?
Roman, Edge, Daniel Bryan did it. There was somebody that was on Finn Balor. He did it when he got his injury.
Yeah.
Seth did one, but he didn't even relinquish the title. He was just like, my neck's messed up, and I'm gonna wrestle anyway. So,
right,
like,
Seth is made of rubber, bro.
Now Cody did do one when he tore his pec, but then Seth re-aggravated the injury to like put him out. You know what I'm saying?
He tore it all the way.
Like he wasn't like, oh, I'm leaving and then just left. He said, I'm leaving, and then he got put away. If this, I feel like if you really were moving on, I might have just had Randy kick him in the head. You know, like if he's going away for a while anyway. So I don't know.
You want to kick his head
too much. Yeah, you want to kick it in.
That neck snap too much.
All right. The debut of Ray Phoenix.
Oh my gosh. What I tell you?
And that's not even the tip of what that dude can do, man. That was just light right there.
I've been telling Country for weeks.
He did botch on that dive, but
no, that was Nate.
The other dude messed up. Was the other dude messed up?
Yeah,
okay.
Messed up.
Nathan Frazier. Listen, I've been telling Country for weeks. Listen, if you loved Penta, and he did love Penta, you are gonna go crazy for Ray Phoenix. That boy can go, and he went.
Yeah.
Just his kicks by themselves are crazy.
Crazy. The stuff he does on the ropes, just the bouncing.
He did a punt on the rope.
His balance on the ropes is just like crazy, bro. Like I don't know anybody that could do that.
Different.
Other than that, I don't know anybody else that can do what he do. Like
he had a very solid debut, man. It was a very good debut. I'm looking forward to what he gonna bring to the table. Mm-hmm. Definitely. So, what else happened on SmackDown that we missed?
Yeah.
The favor.
The favor.
The favor.
The favor.
What's the favor?
Did it live up to the hype? Did the favor live up to the hype?
Maybe not. Maybe not. But you know what? It's fine. It helps the build. It helps the build.
But Paul Heyman and them sold it well. So I give them they give you the dramatics. Roman walking out looking with the sad face and shit. Like
even after the cameras went off, he's still I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they seen people on Twitter post that old clip of Paul Heyman saying that, and they was like, there go the favor.
That looks like a favor to me.
We don't know what it is. But I think the favor was thrown in there last minute. And I think I don't think that was the plan, but just like that became a thing. So
listen, don't get me started. Don't get me started on Dwayne.
I'm not gonna get you started. I'm not gonna get you on a rant about The Rock because you know how I feel about The Rock.
Yeah, so The Rock.
I love Dwayne. I don't like his actions. Okay. That boy just jumped. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna just say this tiny bit. Okay, he jumps in at the last minute every time before WrestleMania, goes about it the wrong way, and then all of a sudden we get a 5-star cinematic match. Okay, I don't like it. The matches are good, but it's a bad process. Okay,
at least it ain't Hogan.
At least man, don't. Bro.
I wasn't a big fan of the favor that finally came out, but I understand it, and it does add a little bit more intrigue to the match. And I think tonight they're gonna make it all make sense. You know
Chris, what I'm saying? Seth winning?
I have Seth winning.
A lot of people are siding with Seth winning.
I think CM Punk and Roman are so distracted with this Paul Heyman, and Seth is gonna get that curb stomp on somebody and win this match, and then they're like, "Peace, y'all handle that." That backlash.
Because are you immediately gonna branch off into a CM Punk Roman thing?
You could.
What are you gonna do with Seth after that?
They can figure something out.
Listen, put him in the World Championship. It don't matter.
You can put him in the title match.
Find him somebody. Drew will be out there at some point after he get finished with Damian. Have him do something.
Speaking of bills, that was a nice one. I like that one. Mm-hmm. And that was a callback to the Jungle Boy AEW.
Cry me a river.
They just be trolling
freaking glass. Cry me a river.
Bruh. I still cannot believe they released that footage. That was insane. Anyway,
That
okay,
was
we don't need to talk about
yeah,
AEW, but
that was a terrible decision to release that footage. But
it was certainly a decision.
who else needs a who else was building? Who did we miss? What match did we miss?
The tag. Do you want to talk about the tag titles?
I do not. Well, let's talk about this women's stuff. I do
Good.
not like you
Uh-oh.
booking your IC champion in a tag team match. I don't know why they do they women like this. Why
Who,
do
Chelsea
they do
Green?
No, Lara. What's her
Lyra
name?
with
Lyra.
Yeah.
But Bailey,
Yeah.
like first of all, both of them are two. Why can't you just make that a match? Like,
yeah,
that's,
they could. That would be a good match.
That's a WrestleMania move.
Is she double dipping on NXT and WrestleMania?
Bailey, that's a good question. Is she still doing stuff?
Lyra, don't she got 2 belts? She gave up the belt, right?
No, that's Stephanie that you're thinking of. You're
Okay,
thinking
my
of
bad.
Stephanie Valkyrie.
Wrong girl. Okay,
Yeah,
you're right.
No, but yeah, I don't like you booking your IC champion in the tag team. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I mean, I thought this whole time that they were gonna do like an IC title thing at WrestleMania, but it just
That's what I thought.
They're not doing. It doesn't look like they're doing a build or nothing. I don't know.
Yeah,
do they have enough matches? Do they got enough matches?
I haven't counted them out yet. Well, when we did the count last time, where were we at? Do you remember?
We had like 14, I think, last time.
14?
Yeah.
So maybe you got room for what, like 1 or 2 more?
Because what you got?
I ain't even got my list.
You got the 2 championship match, the 4 championship.
Oh yeah, dude. Hold on. All right, so we had Roman, Seth, and Punk.
Yeah, that's 1.
We had Bianca, Io, and Rhea.
2.
LA Knight versus who did
Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu.
I'm surprised because I thought they was gonna do Solo versus Jacob, but I think they're saving that.
Well, I think he's gonna cost them the match, so that's what.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And we
Cody versus Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got
what's that for?
Braun versus Penta.
Oh,
right?
That's 5 for the IC title.
Yep. Shatton versus Charlotte.
6.
Street Profits versus DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, and Pretty Deadly.
Yeah, 7. Whatever they end up doing.
I don't know. Are they doing a Fatal 4? Are they going to do just...
I thought it was just DIY and Street Profits. Oh, no, I thought it was Motor City Machine Guns and Street Profits. Because they won the little battle royale.
Yeah, this was like our fantasy booking. I booked it as a Fatal 4.
We knew there was going to be a tag match of some capacity.
Yeah, we knew.
Last
I was thinking of a tag team ladder match. They need to throw a stipulation in there for real. Something.
Yeah.
All right, Jay versus Naomi.
Yeah.
That's 8. Is that 8?
Jay versus Gunther. That's 9.
9.
Priest versus Drew. That's 10.
10.
Lyra versus Chelsea Green, but that's a tag match now. That's 11. We got. Oh, I had somebody versus. I had Bailey versus Roxanne because we thought Roxanne Perez and Bailey were
in the IC in the IC title. The IC title is a 4-way now.
Oh, okay.
It's Penta, Dom, and Finn in the match with Penta.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we got AJ Styles versus Logan. So we're at 12. We had something. Oh, New Day versus War Raiders.
Yeah.
So that's 13. That's 6, 7. That's not bad.
That's not bad. Like 7 a night.
Yeah. So that means nobody should be rushed.
Did we wait? Did you say Randy versus KO on there?
No, we didn't have that on there.
So Randy versus somebody is gonna be on there.
Yeah.
Randy versus somebody.
Who are you gonna put Randy with though?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
To the podcast.
That is a good question. I don't know.
Randy versus
Tommy.
I just like this. I just like that you think KO's faking. I just like that right now. Oh, we do have to put The Rock. He got to do something.
He's gonna appear.
He's gonna have to appear soon. We don't need to do.
Any? Well, what are they gonna say for the Raw? Do we have Gable in the match?
Yes, I think so.
We'll
Yes,
see
so
what they
Gabe
end up
and
doing with
Ray.
Americana or whatever.
This is possible. Ray and Gabe.
I had Ray versus Chad Gable. That was a possible.
Possible.
But I think they're setting.
The new guy.
Yeah, sit down. Sit down, dude. Yeah, well, he can't wrestle himself. El Grande Americano versus
Americano Grande.
Grande.
Son, sit down.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, we gonna have to wrap soon. Raw's coming on.
Yeah. So about 14 matches. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get into it briefly. Swerve Strickland versus Moxley. Did they book it right or did they get it wrong?
Look, I know everybody wants. I know.
And Chris is an AEW guy, so
I know everybody wants Swerve to win. I want to Swerve to win. I get it. You want to get the belt off of Moxley. This Death Rider shit has been like bad. It's not good. It's just not good. The way they do it, it's just not good.
Even fans are saying that. That's the worst part about it.
I don't hate Moxley like Country and John hate Moxley. Like I think he serves his purpose. Like
listen,
he's cool.
Moxley is a main event guy.
I think he's cool. I don't think
I don't hate Moxley, bro, but it's just what are we doing with this? He don't even show the belt no more. He don't bring the belt to the ring. Like, what are we doing with this?
I kind of get
where are we going?
Look, and then a lot of people don't like the Young Bucks. I don't mind the Young Bucks. Look, the Young Bucks don't take themselves serious. They really don't.
No, they don't. They don't
really take themselves serious. They just go out there and have fun. So I don't have no problem with that. But was it a swerve? No pun intended. Was it a swerve on everybody?
It was a swerve. It was a swerve.
And it was kind of long story looking till like, they left and it makes sense that this whole time they were controlling everything. Like they were really in control of the Death Riders. Like
maybe. Ooh, I don't hate that.
I don't know, but that could be what it is. But like I said, I get why everybody was pissed off. Everybody was mad, and that's what you do. You let yourself down when you assume something is gonna happen.
Yeah,
man.
Listen,
I don't know what
would have had Swerve win, and we go Texas all in him and Hangman. Let's go.
Yeah,
that's what I would do. But
do you think it's setting up a future Bucks versus Hangman and Swerve?
Yes. Yeah.
It all is. It all is.
And it'll be good, by the way. It'll be a good match.
Who's gonna be the champion?
Will Ospreay.
I hope. Okay. Who said it? Who just said it? Chris?
Yeah.
It's Ospreay. It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
It's gotta be Ospreay. If you don't book out, it better not be no damn Darby Allin. I know that damn much.
Why you don't like Darby Allin? Well, listen, he's been away.
Not as my champion.
Anybody that takes off to climb Mount Everest in the middle of their push. I don't want to put the belt on him. I'm sorry.
That was kind of wacky of him to do.
He ruined all his bridges with me on that one.
Give me Will Ospreay, man.
True.
That's where you put the belt on.
I agree, 100%. If they don't put the belt on Ospreay, I don't know what they're doing over there.
What are they doing with the Hurt Business? They seem like they get a new member every week.
They whooping ass.
They are, and they pairing them with MJF. That might be real good.
It's just Shelton, MVP, and Bobby Lashley, and then they just try to add MJF. MJF, we about to join up with him, which is fine. MJF gonna hold his own. Do his thing. Yeah. He the best heel on the show. So
yeah. How long till Cedric Alexander end up over there?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. I don't know. It makes sense, but it had to be the right way. You can't just be like, "Hey, Cedric,
I'm here." Yeah.
he about what 30 days into his release.
Mm-hmm.
He might be more than that. It might be close to 60.
Yeah.
Well, whenever that contract is up, he's probably headed over there.
Yeah, I can see that. I know a lot of people were upset. They lost. They pissed off a lot of people last night.
But that dude, what's the dude named JD from New York? Oh,
yeah, that boy went off. He was kind of wild a little bit.
That was the first thing I seen this morning. I sent it to the group chat like, "Yo, I don't know who this dude is, but he is upset right now.
He's always upset.
Yeah,
he's always mad.
All right, so before we close it out, what are y'all looking forward to tonight? I think Punk, Seth, and Heyman are all at Raw tonight.
Okay.
Would you start the show off with that?
Probably.
I think you got it. Yeah, probably. Because I don't think Cena's gonna be there.
Well, it looks like they're starting to show off with Rhea and Bianca and Io.
Oh, okay. Well,
Ain't
that
nothing
means
wrong
they
with that.
saving that. It did The Rock ever show up in London?
He
No.
was there, but he wasn't there.
That was weird. That was a little weird. So maybe
Listen.
The Rock
He
may
don't
send it to us
He
tonight.
probably didn't want to take away the shine from the Cody and Cena back and forth. You don't need
Yeah,
The Rock out
yeah.
there.
Nah.
You don't need The Rock out there for that.
Hey, don't talk about The Rock, man. You on thin ice, bro. You on thin ice, brother. You know
I
how I
ain't
feel
say
about The
nothing.
Rock.
Listen, we love Dwayne over here. We love Dwayne.
See, you keep calling him Dwayne, bro. Like that's so
Final boss, man.
disrespectful.
Respect
It's like
the
a
final
backhand
boss.
compliment. Yeah, we love Dwayne. Yeah, nah,
Shout
man.
out to The Rock, man. Shout out to
Shout
The
out
Rock.
to the people's champion, man. The Rock, the final boss. They've been doing the bill so good. I ain't even missing The Rock right now. He'll come back when he need it. He'll do what he needs to do. I think we start to plant the seeds of Seth and Paul Heyman tonight. That might be
That'd be pretty
fun.
good.
I don't think Roman is there. Roman, you gotta start doing more dates, bro. Like,
Hey, man, when you're at the top, baby.
Show up when you want to. Listen, Dwayne
but
Jr.
when
over here.
Roman is there, Roman got that. Roman give it a big feel, bro. Like,
Yes, he does. Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
maybe that's because he's not on every week.
Mhm.
But when Roman is there, it's
man.
okay. I gotta watch tonight. Roman's there. Let's see
Yeah.
what Roman's gonna
All right.
do. Because
Yeah.
I made you relevant. He told Paul he made him relevant, bro. That was,
He said that. He did say that.
he kind of got a little bit. He kind of brought Paul back.
He did bring Paul back. I think
Yeah.
they brought him. I think it's hand in hand because the whole, when Roman came back, you got to understand we still had the image of the big dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
And him and Paul Heyman effectively killed that guy.
Yeah, and he needed Paul just as much as Paul needed him because I think Brock was gone at that time. CM Punk definitely was gone.
Yep.
So Roman was the last of the Paul Heyman guys.
Without the wise men, my tribal chief, that doesn't
come
even
on
go
now,
over.
another level.
That doesn't even go over without Paul.
Yeah.
Who's missing from WrestleMania? You mean one person you think is missing besides Randy Orton?
Becky Lynch.
Ooh, no, we're
Look,
country.
on this show, we do not mention Becky Lynch because our first 4 shows we mentioned Becky Lynch, and she just sat at the house and she was like, "No, I ain't coming back."
For the first 4 PLEs, we're like, "Oh, Becky's coming, and she never came." So we have a rule.
Oscar.
Okay. Oscar too. She's on the list too.
Like, nah, I ain't coming back till September. It's like, man, come on. So Becky Lynch is a good one. Becky Lynch is kind of.
She's a very good one.
I expect her. I will do it.
Because honestly, I was hoping she came back for a match with Lara. That's what I was hoping.
That would be a great match, and they did have that match, and it was great in NXT.
Yeah, so she could have put Lara over. She don't need to win.
Nope.
All right, Chris, man, tell us where we can find you at. Like we say, you got 15 podcasts, and we support everyone. But let us know where we can find you at, bro.
Of course, you can catch me on Chris Tyler Mall podcast. Shout out to my guy Mall. We talk about everything, sports, music, all kinds of stuff. We're on Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that's 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then we do the night show on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then, of course, we got the Arrowhead Chief. I got my Arrowhead Chief podcast I do every Tuesdays at 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow, I got Chris Unocero from 96.5 The Fan coming on the show. So, and he's on Characters Concerned with the Bink. So, come check it out, man.
Nice. Kingdom Cash, you know where we at. Tell the Truth Tuesdays. And they moved us. They kicked us off for Tuesdays. I tried to do a Tuesday show, and D-Mac was like, "Man, stop playing with me. Y'all need another. No, I'm just kidding. So 2 words for you every Monday. We're gonna try to do it between 6:30. Might have guests, might not have guests, but we try to recap the previous.
Do you have Io, Bianca, and Ripley?
Yes. You came and interrupted me for that?
Yeah, I was just making sure because I didn't hear you say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Io's definitely winning this. Bianca and Rio gonna be just beating each other up. Io's
I
gonna
agree.
win.
I agree. That man knows stuff.
Yeah.
he know what he's talking about. He know what he's talking about. If he behave in school, he can do the podcast more often. Sit down.
Ooh.
So 2 words for you every Monday. We're gonna do that between 6:30. Tell the Truth Tuesdays, Kingdom Cast Thursday nights, and then got a couple college football things coming down the pipeline. We're gonna have something big for the night of the draft. The first 2 nights of the draft, probably. So stay tuned for that. You know, D-Mac is cooking up something in the kitchen right now as we speak. So, Brent, where can we find you at besides Channel 41 or Channel 9?
Channel 4, first off, okay. Channel 4, get it right. All right.
Get it right.
Also, listen, if you got a smart TV, download the Roku app, or if you got a Roku TV, if you got Apple TV, download the WDAF Plus app. That's our TV station's news app. Download it. I'm gonna start doing shows at like 2 or 3 o'clock on the app. We're streaming now. Yes, we're a news channel that streams now, so we're gonna be doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna be on that. I produce sports for Channel 4. And do you see that little white bar there? That's the link for this show. If you buy WWE merch on WWE.com and use that link, we get profits from that. Triple H is going to pay us money if you use that link to buy merch. So go do that.
I need that
Because the
money.
money.
I need that money.
So, shout out to our guest, Cristal, man. We appreciate you. And I know it was short, but we'll wrap with you. We're gonna get back with you. I know that was very last minute. Rent, peace, man. We'll see y'all.
Peace.
Y'all catch Raw. Hey, tweet us. Let us know what good parts about Raw.
Ooh.
Caleb, other guys that's been there in chat, man. We appreciate y'all.
Hey, Daddy, I'll tell you
We
something.
got
Definitely
2 words for you.
2 words for you. Like and subscribe.
Yep.
True. Yeah.
Peace.